Advertising, you see, it's now on easy mode thanks to Meta's newest update, Andromeda. But 99% of advertisers, they have no idea how to leverage it or that it's even going on in the first place, and they're getting absolutely destroyed. So if you saw your CPMs skyrocket and your cost of acquisition tank in August, Andromeda is exactly why. While most advertisers, they're still burning cash, wondering what exactly happened, I've cracked the code on what actually works with this new algorithm. And I'm about to show you how to turn Andromeda from your biggest unknown problem to an unfair competitive advantage so you can finally hit 8 figures and beyond. You first have to understand it's an algorithm update and it's specific to creative distribution. It's completely replaced Meta's old way of recommending ads to the end user. Think of like it being the matchmaker. If you're on Hinge or Bumble or Tinder or any of these dating sites, as you start swiping on people, it eventually starts to learn who you like and it starts recommending things for you. Well, guess what? When you're scrolling on this device, it's looking at everything, what kind of content you like, all these things about you. The algorithm's learning. Previously had 52,000 points of preference on average per user. Now with Meta, it's 10,000 times stronger. The capabilities are 10,000 times more. So it's looking at these things and it's deciding what creative to distribute to you, the user, that is most aligned with the user experience, what's going to give you a positive user experience. This is why CPMs skyrocketed. We saw campaigns that were historically winning, like literally tank overnight. And the entire strategy, landscape, everything has changed a lot due to these things. There's really 3 types of AI systems Meta rolled out. Only Andromeda matters to you. You have Gem, Lattice, and you have Andromeda. Andromeda is the important one. Again, this is the matchmaker. Gem and Lattice, one of them is collecting data on the user. The other one is possibly manipulating your ads to the end user. There are some best practices with the generative AI, but simply between these 3, what happened is we got 10,000 times more creative processing power. So imagine the algorithm of this dating app. It can learn 10,000 times more things about you. Do you think it's going to pair you with better recommended matches or worse? Well, better, obviously. So same thing here. This is why these CPMs have skyrocketed. It's because now it knows so much. It's able to pair exactly with who it thinks, and it wants to take it to the person that it thinks is going to have the best time with that ad. The other thing is that they've made very clear ad diversification is very important. This is from Meta's team. It's very important. This is from the engineering department at Meta. We're talking like 15 to 25 creatives minimum. I'm not talking about how people used to do it, which is they'd have a hook, they'd have a body, and they'd have a call to action. And then they would just change out like all these different hooks, but the message didn't change. Well, again, with this 10,000 times stronger processing system, it's able to read all of your creative, your everything. It has so much more data that it's able to learn. It wants diversification in the ads. You can't just put on a different hook. If your mom's struggling to lose weight, we're a telehealth business, this and that. Like if your dad's struggling to lose weight, the days of just swapping on a new hook with the same ad are over. They want diverse creatives. How specifically do you do this? Well, one way is list every reason somebody would buy and then make an ad around this. These aren't just completely these aren't just completely different hooks. Like the entire message is different. Like the ad itself is different. For example, I was selling dog food. I would think of like, as the dog food manufacturer, why are all the reasons that people buy this dog food? Well, because it's great for sensitive skin. It helps them have stronger joints, less pain, all these reasons. So you write all of these reasons. Now you turn all of those into individual ads for your campaign. That's what diversification is. Additionally, you need to have consolidation of campaigns. This is one of the easiest wins that we see in campaigns that we take over generally with businesses that are already spending like $10,000, $20,000 a month or more on ads, but they're not hitting the return on investment that they want. Generally, they're just like doing a lot of like really bad things. They obviously understand like content and messaging is important. They're probably not doing it that great, but they're not getting a terrible result. What we see is they just have all these campaigns. They're competing for each other. Again, Andromeda knows so much about your users. So we consolidate them to the type of business or type of service or product that they're buying. If you have dog food and you're selling this dog food, we want to consolidate those campaigns because Andromeda is able to say, okay, this campaign's about dog food. I can read that and understand it, and I'm going to serve this up to all these people who are interested in this types of dog food. If you had dog toys, like it's still serving it to the same audience, the same person. Guess who buys dog food? Well, do you think that that person probably has dog toys too? Yeah. So it's able to know who it is instead of stretching out all these campaigns, having them compete on, this type of dog food versus this type of dog food or this dog toy, and this consolidating them so that the AI has the maximum reach and they're not competing. Because when you put them in all these different campaigns, what they're saying is, what you're telling it is that we want different outcomes from these. Consolidation of campaigns is another thing. This is from Meta's engineering department. To consolidate, simplify, let the AI do the work, put your time and effort into the creative. And what we've even been doing is we have some content strategies that I've talked about them a lot in a lot of my videos. We've even taken a lot of those content strategies and consolidated them into our main campaign, and the results are astounding what we're seeing. So make sure to read Meta's Andromeda, audit your current campaign. How you're going to notice things are bad is like, you're going to look at for the CPMs. If you're selling mass market, CPMs are like over $100, like something's probably really bad. If your CTRs aren't, what we're seeing is when we get the consolidation right, when we get the ad diversification right, what we're seeing on average of about a 3%, I can't even make this number up, to a 23% CTR. Like, this is crazy. I'm going to actually post some screenshots in this so you can see some of these campaigns that we're getting. And you might think, well, that's impossible. Well, no, it's not. The AI knows more than you do. Stop thinking you're smarter. These marketers, they think they're smarter. Oh, well, I know this audience stack with this and that. I know more about this person who I've never met before, who I've never seen what type of content they like or don't like. I don't know a single thing about their deepest, darkest secrets, but this AI algorithm knows everything. It knows every content you share, you like, you engage with. It knows so much about you. It's looking at the camera. This is one of the biggest measures we can tell. Is like, let's look at your CTRs. Something's off there on the creative side. And now when we consolidate, when we put the right content in, there's 10 types of content. Go watch my other video if you don't know what types of content there are. But there's 10 types of creative content that you need. I'll write that down as well. 10 types, because this is also big. When you do the 10 types of content, when you consolidate the campaign, and when you have the diversification in the messaging, this is how you make a lot of money with your ads. You get good CTRs. We've seen through executing this on our clients, like literally like 70% decrease in acquisition costs. We're seeing like drastically higher average order values on the front end. LTVs are going up. Everything's going up because the AI knows when to serve an ad and who to serve it to. Again, these media buyers, they try and create all these campaigns and these structures, and they'll have like, it'll all be the same offer, and they'll have campaign 1, campaign 2, campaign 3, and then campaign 1 really has like hook 1, ad 1, hook 2, ad 1, hook 3, ad 1. All they're trying to do is like distribute it, and they're putting all these restrictions on the AI instead of like, I'm just gonna lean into you're saying I can lean into the world's most powerful tool. It's 10,000 times more powerful than it was before. Meta invested only $60 billion into amplifying its power and capabilities, but I'm better and smarter than it. Like, no, let's just give it it's like giving a chef a full kitchen of ingredients, fresh ingredients, and saying, Gordon Ramsay, go to work. Versus like, oh, well, I know people like this one type of ingredient, so I'm only going to have these handful of ingredients. It's just limiting what you can do. And when you don't limit it, now it can say, I know that person who's buying dog food, that they're super holistic and they want the cleanest products and they want stuff that is very clean. So that diverse angle that we took about clean ingredients in our dog food, it knows that person likes those types of products. It's going to serve it to them versus me saying, no, I'm going to force that person to watch a different ad that's not about that they're not going to relate to. But I'm going to force them to because this is just how I've done things and how it's always been done forever. So what you need to do is you need to put emphasis on the creative and specifically on the creative messaging. Leveraging Meta's new features is just the beginning of what's possible in 2025 and beyond. They said they're going to continue investing these amounts every single year. There's a complete propaganda marketing system that I've been using with these new updates, and it's made massive results and massive success on my clients. So check out this video where I show you exactly how to hit $10 million per year with propaganda marketing and how you can combine it with Meta's new features to absolutely dominate your market and scale with ease. And if you want to work with me, knock out the application, sign up for my coaching or mentorship or consultation, or send me a DM and I might be able to answer some questions for you.